So in this chapter, we've been talking about segmenting, but also retargeting customers. So I just want to unpack what retargeting is. So let's go back to our shopping conversion funnel. Do you remember this, where we start off with visitors at the top, they view a product, they add it to cart, and they get to checkout. Now, do you remember what we have is some people that leak out the side of the funnel. They think about buying the product, but for whatever reason, maybe it's the high shipping cost, maybe it's the time, the availability, they're not going to get the product for a few weeks, but they abandon. Now, these are valuable people to you. They very nearly paid you money. And so if you could take your marketing spend, your advertising spending, and target one kind of person, you'd probably want to target these guys. They liked your product, they got all the way, they probably had intended to buy, and they got distracted. So what you want to do is be able to target your adverts exactly at them. Now the great news is you can do that, and you can do that not necessarily based on their email. So if they've already given you their email at this point, great. You can send them an email saying, why don't you come back and purchase? Maybe you give them a little voucher, a discount voucher, to encourage them to return. But actually you can do it even before they've entered their email address, right at the beginning of the checkout process. And you can do that via Google's advertising cookie. So effectively, you can put a little flag to Google that says, this person on this browser got to a point in my conversion funnel where I find them pretty valuable. And so now when I run display adverts on the web, I only want you to run them for people who are in this group who dropped out at checkout. And I'm willing to pay a lot more than the average advertiser for those people, because they're not just an average person to me, they're dead cert buyers. So I don't know if you've noticed this on the web these days. You'll see a lot of retargeting from big brands. It's when adverts appear to follow you around the web. So let's say, for example, you go and look at booking a holiday in a particular town. Let's say you want to go to Norway for your holidays, and suddenly you're on a completely different website. Now you're looking at some news or maybe the weather forecast, and there's a little advert there to say you're interested in holidays in Norway. Now that's retargeting. It's finding that you intended to purchase a holiday in Norway, and basically all the other advertising networks, it's saying whenever you have an opportunity to show an advert to this person, show them my advert because I know they're interested in holidays in Norway. It can be a little bit spooky, but you know what, it really works, and that's why companies are spending a lot of money on this. So being able to measure this group and set up a target that they are someone to market to allows you to do retargeting.